I promise I'm not always a last minute sewer, but this one was it was quite avoidable. But sometimes you have to be in the right frame of mind, the right mood, the right vibe to make the right outfit. I think that's how this one has gone. So, in case you're wondering, as the video title says, I am making my So Fruity 25 outfit today. And it has to be today because I intend to wear this for an office event tomorrow. We're having a barbecue. The theme is tropical vibes. And of course, I think this fits perfectly into that. Um, I had mentioned in my last video, so that's my plans for the month of July, that I want to make a shirt dress similar to this style. And this is the fabric that I want to use for my So Pretty outfit. I love this fabric. I think I raved so much about it in the last video. So I'm using this fabric for the shirt dress. It's going to be short, and I have been thinking of using this fabric in some way because I love the way this and the yellow in this fabric matches. So I think it would be a really nice pop up because it's also fruit themed. This was the fabric I originally bought for the So Fruity challenge last year, but I didn't end up using it. I really love the way it pops on this and the way the colors match, and make the outfit, since it's a fruit themed outfit, it's a fruity outfit, why not go all out? Um, so I've been thinking of how to incorporate this in a way that makes sense. I don't just want to add it for the sake of adding it. I really wanted to also add something to the outfit. So I have been thinking about using this as piping, all around the shirt dress, maybe for the bottom placket, the collar. I don't, maybe making this the collar and the cuffs the collar. I've been playing around with ideas in my head, and I was scrolling on Pinterest and I came across a particular idea that I think would be perfect. It adds the right amount of pop and I think it would highlight both fabrics in a really nice way that doesn't clash and wouldn't seem like I'm just throwing stuff on there for the sake of throwing it on there. Anyways, all of that to say, this is what I am thinking of doing with the yellow fabric. I don't know if you can see, but if you can't, I'm going to pop a picture up. So the idea is to make the main shirt dress out of this and use this as the pocket features on top of the dress. It's going to have the dress is going to definitely have some inseam pockets, but I think also adding these I forget what they're called, patch pockets. Yes, adding these patch pockets in this would also give it that little extra oomph. And I think it will work really nicely together. Then adding this fabric seems a little bit more intentional than just throwing it on there for the sake of throwing it on there. I'm thinking of also using this as piping for the collar edge and also for maybe the some detail in the back of the shirt dress. So that's how I plan to use this fabric. I need to throw this into the wash because I do not want to make the same mistake I did while I was making my capsule wardrobe. So, yes, I need to wash these. I'm not really happy about it because you have to wash and iron. And anyone who knows me knows that ironing is the bane of my existence. The only time I actually do it is when I am sewing. So, it's not my favorite activity to do. But I'm going to throw this into the wash right now and use that opportunity to work on the pattern. I am not going to be drafting the pattern from scratch. I already have a shirt pattern, and because I want to have the button placket detail in the back as well, similar to the shirt I made using that pattern, I'm just going to use that as my base for this shirt dress. So I'm going to lengthen the shirt. I will, because this is going to be short sleeves, or I'm thinking of making them doorman sleeves. I might do that, make that update as well. Um, and I think that's it. That's all I need to do. So really easy. I'm using something that's existing. That way I also save some time. And yeah, I think I would catch up with you as the process goes on. I'm trying my best to do a process video, and if this goes well, then I might, do a little bit more. But let's see how this goes first. Process videos are not really my favorite to do because once I'm in the zone, I'm in the zone. But the pattern has been drafted. So, like I mentioned, the adjustments I made to the existing shirt pattern I had was to extend the shoulder. So, we have some sort of like a dormant sleeve or extended shoulder because I'm not adding sleeves to this just to make it a lot easier. And I lengthened the shirt as well. So, this is the front piece, and then I have two pieces for the back. So I want to put the yoke detail at the back of the shirt. I'm still debating if I want to do it or not, but I just decided to draft the option. And I have two lines here because I couldn't decide at what point I wanted the yoke to start. Do I want it a little bit higher or lower? So I just put the two options there just in case I want to. And because I want this pattern to be reusable, I didn't cut it off. I just made the marks on the pattern with the allowance, the sewing allowance as well on the pattern. I've marked it there so that all I need to do is just fold at the line when I want to cut it out on the fabric. That way, if I want to reuse this pattern in the future and I don't want a yoke detail, I can have a full complete back piece. You would also notice that for the back as well, I have an extension as well. So that's because I am putting a placket detail, a bottom placket detail in the center back. So that I have allowance for that. And if I don't want to put that in, it's really easy. I'll just fold the pattern at the center back line. So this is what I do sometimes with my patterns, especially when I know I want them to be reusable. I would add in the details and try to include one or two options within one pattern piece. So with this one, I can have the button placket details in the center back or not. I can have the yoke detail or not. And I also have the separate yoke piece in case in case I decide to add the yoke detail for this shirt. I'm definitely having the yoke detail. I just need to decide at what point I just need to decide where I want the yoke detail to be, either higher or at this length, one of the two. So I have those drafted, and then I also drafted the collar. I have an existing collar piece, but sometimes when I draft, because collar pieces are pretty easy to draft, I always want to double check. So I took the measurement of the um, neckline, because I also made some adjustments to the neckline in the back. And I don't think I altered the front, I only altered the back. So of course I needed to make sure that whatever color piece I add definitely matches the new dimensions. So pattern pieces are ready. The fabric is done. I have washed it. It's dry. I just now need to iron, and then I'll cut out all the pieces. But like you can see, it's a pretty easy pattern to cut out. So cut out all the pieces. I have not yet decided on what the dimensions will be for the pocket, but those are things that I can make up as I go. So no pressure there. So right now, I'm just going to get the fabric iron and get to cutting. The fabric is out of the dryer, but I don't see too many creases. It hasn't really creased badly. So I think I can get away with just cutting this out straight on. And because I'm lazy, that's practically what I'm going to do. Got into the zone of sewing and forgot that I haven't checked in, so I haven't given you updates on my progress so far. So I'm just going to quickly do that now. After I cut out the fabric, I decided to interface and do all the prep all at once, so that I don't need to do that in between, and then the sewing goes much faster. I have actually already finished joining the back, and I can show you what that looks like now. So I have the yoke attached, I have the citrus fabric feature there, and also the bucket placket for the back done. So this is the back piece. This is it on the inside with the yoke detail. So I was just about to iron this when I realized that I haven't given an update yet. So yeah, loving how it's coming so far. So now what I want to do after ironing this is to join the front pieces to the back piece at the shoulder. And then after I do that, I will add on the collar and also the accent pocket. I don't know why I keep on forgetting. I keep on spacing out when I want to say this word. The accent patch pocket feature. So this is going to be going on after I join the front pieces to the back piece at the shoulder. And then once that is done, collar done, I can then sew them up on the sides. I'm debating whether to put in inseam pockets. That was the original plan, but I'm feeling a little bit lazy. But I think I should go ahead and put inseam pockets into the dress. And once I do that, join them up at the sides, I'm basically done. It's actually a quick sew, and it's very feasible for me to finish this today. So I'm going to continue sewing and checking with you later. Morning, it's the next day and the day of the barbecue. And to be honest, I'm mostly finished with the shirt dress. The collar is on, the patch pockets are on. I also added inseam pockets as well. The only thing left is to put the buttons on. And because I have a button placket in the back as well, so I need buttons down the front and buttons on the back, and also to finish the hem. Do you find that sometimes when you're working on a project that you're really excited for, there's a stage where you hate what it is you're making? And I think I got to that stage yesterday. I really don't know why, because it's not bad. Everything came together as I wanted it to. I even added like a citrus touch to the color. Everything went well. I didn't have any issues with putting this together. But I think when I got to this stage and I just put it on to try it out, I wasn't feeling it as much. I'm not really sure why. But at that stage, I just decided to take a step back, get some rest, and have a look at it again with fresh eyes. I'm glad I made that decision and I didn't try to finish this yesterday, because I feel a little bit better about it. But I think once I'm headed out, I'm accessorized, I probably would. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm in my head a little bit. I might also be, well, my period is coming soon, so I might also be hormonal, to be honest. Anyways, everything went well. I really like how everything came together. And I'm happy that I decided to take a short break and sleep on things because I have a better idea for the hem. So I was going to just have a straight across hem, but I'm thinking I'm going to make it a bit curved so it has more of the shirt look. So I'm going to add that detail to the bottom hem, add the buttons, and I'm finished. So I'm just going to do those things now. I want to finish this before I start work for the day, just so that I can get this out of the way. So I'm just going to recut the hem, add buttons, and the shirt is done.